deeply working at this language. I am deeply enjoying where I am for my last 10 days. But every day I read about what's happening, and every day I think about what could I do differently? How can I make a difference? And sometimes you have to wait. You have to wait until a groundswell is coming, and then you hop the wave. Because otherwise you can flail around, but you won't have much impact. So I guess I'm going to recommend to everyone, keep vigilant. Do spend every day reading or hearing about news. If you find our podcast helpful, really, pass it around. I'm not saying as an advertisement. John and I don't really make any money from this. This is really a low. This is really.
We don't find it helpful, then stop watching.
This is really an act of love. No, but it's an act of love on our parts. We're doing this because we want to make a difference. So if it's helpful, pass it around. But pass around to other people's. Watch Rachel Maddow. Read journalists who you think are being thoughtful and intelligent. And let's just keep checking in with each other. I think that's all I can say about what we learned. What about you?
No, I think you're right to sort of describe it as, a 10-alarm fire in progress. We're watching a process of it is like watching Rome burn. It is encouraging that so many people came out on this weekend to protest. That's what we were talking about. That's what we were predicting / hoping. We even mentioned that when the weather got better, we were expecting that there'd be more protests, but they were massive. They were really massive. Of course, they were underreported, but they were massive. Of course, it was one day, and that's my, I don't know how much effect one day of massive protests has, but it's a start. It's a start. We have to start somewhere. We have to push back somewhere. And the fact that there is a groundswell is a good thing. But I think we really are watching a serious meltdown in the world economy. I know we're not allowed to give financial advice, but I will suggest that you do buckle your seatbelt, as you suggested, because I think the airbags are deploying. We are really having something that none of us in our lifetime have ever experienced. And you and I are old enough to remember stagflation.
Okay.
In the 80s and the gas lines, and we thought that was the worst thing we ever experienced. Quite honestly, I think economically it's going to get much worse than that.
But I also think it potentially could end this presidency and bring in, again, if elections are held, and I think they will be, I think that little Mikey Johnson will be kicked back to his little county where he belongs.
Yeah, remember, it's the economy, you stupid fucking demented malignant narcissist.
Yes, remember.
Remember that.
You see,
this. That was a really heavy show today, especially the shrink wrap. It's reality, but it's difficult to face. So, John, did anything good happen this week? I mean, did anything inspire you in a good way?
Yes, Harry, there is something good. The penguins of Heard and McDonald Island have inspired me by standing up to Trump in their revolutionary movement, and I am ready to join them.
This was so priceless.
Oh, no.
Come on, you gotta laugh.
You guys tell me this stuff before you do it.
Two psychiatrists.
Okay, look. Here's my news, right? That is about the revolution, right?
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
We needed that laugh.
I promise that John will be on his meds when he comes back.
He's still going. He's such a goofball.
Okay, Rex, I'll let you go.
Oh, that's awesome. You guys, you gotta watch this. It's a good show.